Hey guys, welcome back to Homestead Gen Ed. It's a rainy and chilly day today, so instead of working outside, I'm tackling another space inside the house. There are still a handful of outdoor things that need to get done soon, but we'll get there. Just give me a little bit of grace. Today I'm focusing on my buffet in the dining room. Honestly, there's not much in here that I'd actually use for hosting a dinner party. All of my fine tableware is up in storage on the third floor, so this definitely needs a good cleaning and organization before the holidays. We don't usually host our families for the holidays. We're so blessed having both sides of our families close by and they're healthy and well, so we just spend the holidays over there. However, we do host our friends, so I want this space to be ready for company. I have a lot of disposable serveware in here. When we host our friends, pretty much everyone has kids, so I tend to use the plasticware or my melamine dishes. It obviously helps make cleanup faster, but also helps keep everyone safe from, any broken ceramic or broken glass. So this is just the season that we're in for a little while. In a few years, we can go back to hosting with our usual ceramics and glassware. All right, let's go up to the third floor. I'm pretty sure that's where all of my dishes, silverware, and cups are. All right, so here are the dishes and some serveware that I need to take downstairs. Okay, so as I'm looking at these boxes, I'm hearing a dripping sound. I turn to the right and see water dripping into this box of our leftover wood flooring. So that's not good. We had heavy rain and wind overnight and today. So I'm just going to go grab a bucket for now, and my husband will have to look at it when he gets home and probably call a roofer to come out and see what the heck is going on. This is the kind of stuff that we're just still learning about this house. We've only been here for a year, and in that year, we never really noticed any leaks. However, when I look at the floor on the third floor, I do see like water stains, which, leads me to believe that we have had leaks, but we just never noticed them. Anyways, that's going to be on my husband's to-do. He's going to have to call a roofer and to just come take a look and see what's going on. Okay, like here in this shot, you can see the water stains that are on the floor. I believe that the water drips down the beam, and then when there's a point in the insulation that points down, the water then drips from the beam onto the insulation and just drips straight onto the ground. All right, these are the 3 boxes I'm going to focus on. I'm going to take these downstairs. This box is the fine china, this one is silverware, and this one are the water goblets and wine glasses, and then just a couple random serving dishes. Okay, so before I can move anything into the buffet, I need to take everything out and give it a good wipe down. I was chilly on the third floor, so I also changed into fleece tights and fluffy socks. Okay, here's a good look at all the stuff that's in the buffet. Some of it will stay in here, some of it will go into the curio cabinet, and some of it I'll just have to find a new home. Okay, now I'll just go ahead and wipe down all the drawers. The top drawer was actually the worst one, and it really wasn't even that bad. Okay, so now I'm just trying to find out what's gonna fit here in the buffet and what will need to be moved over to the curio cabinet. If you guys are curious, my glassware is the Juliska Amalia collection. It's made in the Czech Republic. My dinnerware is by Bernardo, the Constance collection from France, and my flatware is also French. It's the Cousin Fusain collection. A few years ago when we were getting married, I made a registry like most brides do, and these were some of the first items to be gifted to us from our amazing family and friends. Okay, so at this point, I only have a couple serving dishes, a couple vases, a pitcher, the table linens, and martini glasses that need to be put away. Okay, we've moved over now to the curio cabinet. Pretty much everything else should be able to fit in here. Okay, so here are the leftover items that did not fit and I'll need to find a new home for. I have some candles, some bibs, a pitcher, and some plasticware. All right, I'll give you guys a quick look at the buffet now that it's all reorganized. I'm not going for perfection here. I'm just making it more practical and realistic for how I use this space. That's why I decided to keep quite a bit of this plasticware. Yours may look very different, and that's okay. There's still some rain in the forecast, but we're quickly running out of time. So rain or shine, we'll be finishing up those outside projects. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.